Behind the Curtain follows the Veterans Party as they learn the horrible truths that will define the future of humanity. This is a big one. Like, not big in terms of length, but a lot is, revealed. A lot is revealed. To that point, this arc is, like, so far along in the story that I'm just straight up not going to do a last time. Like, so much happened in Blue Skies, and this is more or less a bookend to that arc, so just don't start here. Go watch Blue Skies if you haven't yet.
So, you are just sort of in a car. I think I described it as this is a sand ripper, right? A
dune rider.
Dune rider, right? So Ostentatious can drive.
He can.
What does he look like? Because I just imagine him with a big fat schnoz and a white pompadour. All right.
White pompadour?
You know,
can we retcon something, please?
No, but no, you're basically your stereotypical glasses anime villain.
White Richmond.
He
looks exactly like he sounds.
Yes.
Except pretty. Shut the fuck. Stop looking at pompadours. So all of this to say, you've just been in the back of this like dune buggy for a couple hours.
What's the dune buggy look like?
How long?
It's a dune rider. It's got the big treads with the.
And the wheels.
Wait, so you're Spitfire and you're Regalia.
Treads with
just
spikes.
Us and Ostentatious?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the next
the 4 of
5
us.
feet look like?
So this is very important.
This is very important.
How long have we been driving? And how long will we be driving?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half, and how long will we be driving, does it seem?
About 2 hours total, maybe 2.5.
Okay.
So you might have
I
an
bring
hour
it
to an
up
hour and a half later.
because I was re-listening to Blue Skies, as you do, and I realized Regalia has not slept for 48 hours.
Okay. So she's passed out?
No, because she is angry.
She's inhumanly angry.
She calmed down from the blood rage, but she's still like
fighting the human condition through sheer rage.
Yes, and so if we're gonna get to the destination with like 12 hours, she's staying awake.
Within 12 hours? Okay. Yeah, definitely. You're not 12 hours away.
She might fall unconscious involuntarily, is what I'm saying. But as long as it's going to be quick, she's just like tapping her foot.
Yeah, you're making good time. This thing, apparently Ostentatious can drive.
He can indeed.
He watched
Have I met Ostentatious before?
Never met this motherfucker in your life. This blonde bitch.
All you know is that Richard
he doesn't have a pompadour?
No.
He does not.
No, he looks like that. We have an image for him.
That image that doesn't
That's exactly
belong,
how he looks.
The image that doesn't belong to us, and so I won't be putting it on screen.
Change the go into paint and draw a smiley face over the head.
That's not how that works.
It's how it works now. Trace the whole thing in paint.
I feel like that's ethically worse. What was I gonna say? Spitfire, your entire military career has just been ruined. How do you feel about that?
Technically, you're MIA right now.
The arc ended with Zealous screaming at you to get back here. And
then
you didn't.
That's pretty bad. To be fair, what did you yell back at her?
Nothing.
What did you... Oh.
We faded to black because it was a comedy moment.
Spitfire is resting his head. That's about it.
Wait, what's Mary? Is Mary doing any funny shenanigans?
Now that you mention it.
Now that I mention it, huh?
Like the Grinch, a smile crosses Abby's face.
Now that the thought has crossed your mind.
The Jim Carrey Grinch clip.
Yeah, let's go to the Schwanster.
Is Mary's personal room called the Schwamp?
Why don't you go kill yourself?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye!
Can I go, can I advance upon the driver?
Oh, God. Okay, yes, you can.
You can indeed. He's been trying to communicate. He's been trying to small talk at all of you, and I imagine that hasn't worked for Spitfire or Regalia.
I don't really remember how she talked to him in the last session.
You didn't. You barely.
He tried to small talk with me?
No, I'm saying he's been doing that. He's been attempting that for the past hour and a half.
He's just been talking to himself?
No, he's basically just been like, oh, here's, what I've been up to. Here's my life.
He's that Uber driver.
I have you stuck in this van for the next, 3 hours, so I'm going to divulge all my secrets.
I have, no idea what I could actually do, though.
Are you gonna just, talk at him? He's also covered in knives.
Ooh.
Like covered in knives. He has so many knives.
I have so
Where are we
many
going,
fucking
by the
knives.
way?
You don't know.
I can give you
that's
the
a good question to ask, isn't it?
Wait. Yeah, you wanna?
So she's gonna like lean up against the back of his chair and like get uncomfortably close. So where are you taking us, Trevor?
We are going to the city of Allenheim. It's pretty nice this time of year. I guess. I suppose it really depends on your personal outlook. It's the exact same as any other time of year. It's just a bunch of rocks. But I like it. I have good memories there.
I'm very happy for you then.
Yep.
But not to be like that guy. Why are you taking us?
Well, I was instructed to recover you and bring you there. That's the long and short.
Does Ostentatious still wear that insignia for one of the four houses?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, you can see he is a warden, one of the big four
He's
wardens.
the warden of the Strauss province, which is kind of weird because this like 5'2" blonde twink is supposed to be the warden.
In his defense, the warden, the person who was supposed to step up after Fox, also fucked off.
So both the previous wardens fucked off.
And what would the Strauss family have to do with us?
Well, if you haven't noticed, just points at Regalia.
Okay.
Kind of an important character here. She's also, yeah, apparently I've inferred by all the gunshots that there's been some shenanigans.
Shenanigans?
Yeah, some dupesmanship, if you will.
The Inquisition basically detained us.
Yes.
Because why?
You were near magic.
Near magic.
Yep.
Okay. And so, what is the remember the dynamics between the Inquisition and the normal military?
Yeah.
Is the Inquisition above in rank?
Kind of.
Technically, so the Inquisition's job is they only take care of internal affairs. That's what an Inquisition means. They investigate rumors of treason and sedition and magic.
What magic did I interact with?
The giant invisible city.
Zombies that were reincarnated using magic, Regalia's eye,
Mutant
all
rat
of
zombies.
Richard's nonsense, or
Fake Richard. You encountered fake Richard?
The null steel spear that was confiscated.
Kind of the army of undead that's approaching the border.
Not much, just a little. Anywho's it's Allenheim. Yes, it reminds me. Great story. I once was rescued by a pirate
You
ship.
ever shut the fuck up?
He was only talking for like 2 seconds.
He's been talking for the last 2 hours straight.
I
I appreciate the drive,
Me then.
truly, but silence would be my preference.
There was this man named Georgius. He was fantastic. He had this crazy cannon that could shoot fire and shit. I think actually he had a mural of you on the side of his ship. He just gestured back at Regalia and said, "No."
Do I know that?
That would be kind of weird, but
I don't think you know that. You've never met Georgius.
Yeah, because I'm trying to... Milo knows that.
right.
And Glenna knows that. Okay.
Spitfire does not know.
Yes, good times, good time. Anyway, this
On
continues.
the Imperial Express?
For bad times on the Imperial Express is actually the name of the arc for some reason, despite it being a relatively good time and it not being Imperial. Anyway, this will continue ad infinitum.
Ad nauseum.
Ad whatever.
Infinitum!
This will keep happening if you don't stop
cum.
Infinite cum. Spellcast.
it. I cast infinite cum at 5th level.
Infinite cum.
It's like giant bass budget.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Exodia.
Yeah, does he turn the radio on?
I don't think we're getting any signals out here. I'll be
No,
real.
you are.
Do we not have a radio?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I turn the radio on.
I was
I
gonna say,
reach
He just
over
reaches
from behind
over
the
and-
seat and then crank it.
you crank it so like he's talking and slowly gets drowned out. Play the hyperpop music from Lost Mines.
No!
Oof. Okay.
No!
You turn it back off.
No, not the hyperpop music.
So that's on, huh?
Is it the hyperpop music?
Yes.
Change channels.
Welcome back to the News Hour Weekly. We cover everything that's going on in this wide, wonderful world. This week, beef prices are rising. Are you going to rise to the occasion?
Or are you going to have beef with the industry?
I'm here with my co-star,
Mr.
the
Mr. The Man.
and I'm
That's
here
with
as
two
well.
N's.
Cocker Spaniel Man.
This bit is terrible. We should stop.
What's on the news today, huh?
They continue to talk about the rising prices of beef around
And not the
cattle's-
war that just started, apparently.
Specifically not the war that just started.
Shit, I better
You can't
rise
find
to the
anything
occasion.
about that.
That's some bullshit.
Next channel.
My name is Chuck McFuck. You're gonna come down and buy some of my fucking chicken. If my name isn't Chuck McFuck's McFucking Chicken Nuggets, buy it.
I changed the channel.
Regalia just turns it off. Regalia just turns it off. Can we just... I'm back to what you were saying. Silence would be great.
Alright.
This reminds me of the 5th time I killed a man. Anyway, do we get there?
Against all odds, you eventually arrive. You pull up. Have any of you been to Allenheim before?
No, so none of us have been to Allenheim in this campaign. So the question would be, have any of our characters
Yeah.
passed through?
Have any of you ever visited? You ever
Didn't I?
visited Allenheim?
Isn't it the city I dropped off Samara to?
Milo did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said in this campaign
Sorry.
I haven't been.
No, I'm saying our
Any of your
characters.
characters.
Like
Oh,
these
okay.
characters
Have you ever
specifically.
seen Allenheim before
Describe.
as Spitfire?
Isn't Allentown a new city or something?
It's pretty far southern. Unless you visit southern border cities.
It's basically, it's a neutral trading town.
Would there be any reason for me to have a deployment near there?
No, it would have to be a civilian decision.
No.
Then no. You see in the distance, along one of the larger mountains, there is a gap in the sort of mountain ranges where two mountains descend down into a valley. In between those two mountains has been built up a massive fucking wall. There is it is almost 2 miles high. Just a gigantic wall damming this pass between the mountains. And there is, where it usually sits, a city built up the side of one of the mountains behind that wall. And you are quickly approaching the bottom of that. There are several anti-air emplacements and small camps all around the outside of the wall on the ground. And you are driving through one of those camps right now. You would recognize this Spitfire. These are uniformed but non-partisan people. It's funny. Candace would recognize these people.
Yeah?
Spitfire, you recognize these as mercenaries. They are non-flag wearing, uniformed, non-standard soldiers.
What's my secondary option
What do you mean?
on Spitfire? What is my second gun?
Your second gun? You have a 6-gun and a.
Oh, well, currently we are all unarmed.
Because
Okay.
the Inquisition disarmed you.
Yes.
Good to know.
Well, technically that's not true.
Ah,
I'm just
Mary
gonna
has your
sit.
gun arm. Do you want to search the Dune Rider real quick? The Dune Ripper?
Not particularly.
Anyone want to search?
I mean, Regalia would have just been passively been looking around.
Roll a d20.
That's a 15.
With the 4?
Yeah.
Alright, it's a 15, yeah. You, after rooting through everyone's seats and asking Spitfire to get up briefly, you find a coach shotgun.
She will take note of this.
It is a, this is an under-over, so it's a 2-barreled shotgun, but they're stacked vertically.
Would Ostentatious have known that was there? I assume not, right? If that was
No,
just
this is actually, this is not a standard gun. You have found the coach gun.
Okay.
I posted that in the chat. This is a unique weapon.
All right, I'll grab that. Basically, I want to... If Ostentatious... I assume he doesn't know that that's there, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to roll perception to see if he notices. Because he would... shoot myself in the foot here, because I don't think... let's see.
Roll plus nothing.
8.
8.
Nope, he doesn't
He
notice.
is driving.
Like a good, sane person.
Coach gun, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you find that. And this is, the entire gun is 9 inches long. So you can very easily put this down like a pant leg.
Okay. Well, as we know, Regalia's pants are extremely tight, so she will tuck it into her shirt.
Fair enough. You put it like in a waistband. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. Let's say the waistband. Let's go with that.
The cooch pocket.
The cooch pocket. I was gonna say the boob pocket.
No, that's what I was going
Flesh pocket.
Yeah. So, you find this, you are rolling through a couple checkpoints. Ostentatious pulls up to the first one, you get flagged down, and a guy wearing a big shamog, which is basically just a cloth that you're supposed to wrap around your face and neck. He runs over, he flags you down and runs over you.
Hello, Reginald.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. He makes some hand signs, and he waves you through. And yet you keep rolling on forward.
Beep, beep.
You hear some vague radio chatter. Above you actually see there are aircraft that are currently going in and out of the top. The mountain near the top of it has a giant air pad.
I look at that.
Where a ton of cargo ships, there are even some small fighters, a lot of griffins. Like a weird amount of decommissioned griffins. They're just like flying around everywhere.
Yeah, I think Mary and Regalia at the very least to know that, because we talked about this with Richard during Arc 9.
Right.
Where, like, yeah, this is basically just a military staging ground at this point.
Yeah, this is a private military, it's almost a private army you see at this point. And you begin rolling forward towards the bottom of the wall, towards a giant freight elevator. And you sort of park in line. And it is time for you to get out.
Alright. Regalia's gonna just, like, lean into Mary, like, alright, just keep your eyes open, right? Like, this is clearly... some bullshit is going to be pulled, so we need just to be ready.
I never pulled bullshit in my life, so I'm fantastic at preventing it.
Those are 2 consecutive incorrect statements, but you can do no wrong in my eyes. So it cancels itself out.
This is the healthiest relationship.
I am seeing that Allenheim is the Strauss family's forward operating base for their private military.
What? No. No. What are you talking about?
There's literally a van that rolls past you with the Strauss logo painted across it.
Anyway, here we
Allenheim
go.
isn't facing, it's Northern Territory, right?
Nope. Southern.
No, this is in the border of North and South. It's in the mountain range. It's built on a mountain.
Okay. So, the Strauss family, I know the Strauss family isn't specifically aligned with it.
This is absolutely not on the books. This isn't supposed to be here, basically. The city was, but yeah, the giant wall and all the vehicles and the private army, definitely not supposed to be here.
The wall, is the wall keeping south out or keeping north?
You don't know if there's a southern wall, but there is definitely a northern wall.
A wall facing the north?
Yes.
Okay, so the city is on the other side of that wall.
So like, mountains, it's between 2 mountains.
Okay.
So there could be a southern wall.
So if the Imperial Army came in...
They would have to hit that, yeah.
To get through the wall. Interesting, alright.
You are approached by 2 figures who have, you see they actually landed from a griffin near this, there's sort of a line of vehicles waiting to get up into the freight elevator.
Sure.
They get off. One of them is really taller than the other. One guy looks maybe like 5'6", the other dude is like scraping 6'8". So they get off together, clip that, and start walking towards you. The big guy is wearing big, almost EOD suit, just a giant bomb-proof vest and a helmet with metal visor. So there's just like a vision slit.
Chonka!
Yeah, basically just Tachanka.
The guy with the slit was getting off?
Yes.
We're funny.
No, we're not. And the other guy, he's just wearing like sort of like, you know, like attack rig. Shut up. Yes, it's Porter. Porter's walking towards you. He's just got like a shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and he's got a beret and some fucking shades. And so those two are walking towards your vehicle.
Did you describe? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just those two.
Who's the one? In terms of 5, 6, and
The
6,
short guy is the unarmored one with the
guy's
shades
unarmored?
and beret.
So, okay, so there's just this military behemoth.
Yes.
Okay, and then there's.
If you had to guess, he's well over 300 pounds.
Okay.
With the gear.
Okay.
Also, he looks like he'd be dying in this heat.
Yep, I'd imagine.
He's like head to toe covered, and the other dude's just like in a shirt, like a button down. With a, like a small chest rig. But,
Yeah.
Ostentatious, you would know these two are liaisons.
The welcome wagon is here. Hello, gentlemen.
Like, the one with the
welcome
beret
wagon?
looks up and, like, gives you, like a little bit of a wave, and... Alright. Can we gotta move on here? Like...
Alright,
Your
folks,
cargo?
right ahead.
Yeah, thanks.
Fucking welcome wagon?
Yeah, I wouldn't...
Is it,
Yeah, you hear that?
Do you just tolerate that? Is this ostentatious guy popular around here?
I can roll taunt if you want.
You
No,
see
me
him-
personally, I wouldn't take that.
He sort of gestures around, like, right shoulder, where the big badge that Ostentatious is wearing, and like...
Yes,
Warden,
I can get
love
away with this bullshit now.
You can get away with this bullshit now.
How lovely.
You wouldn't believe the shit you can get away with. And he looks especially bitter at that sentiment.
I see that.
It's funny, Spitfire flashbacks to all of the nonsense at Fort, whatever it's called, with Candace and
At Fort
Fox.
Salvation, with the same badge being used to fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Regalia doing the same thing.
Oh, yes.
I love our government.
I love my government. Alright, Albion, you wanna... He gestures over to the big guy, who he just referred to as Albion, and he walks over, opens the Dune Ripper door, and just, like, holds a hand out.
To do what?
Towards you in the Dune Ripper. He's just holding a hand out.
What, to help us?
Ostentatious or Regalia?
Yeah, to the back of the car.
I'm fine. I'll just go.
Who's riding shotgun?
Regalia.
It would make sense that Spitfire's
I was
riding
sitting
shotgun.
crisscross applesauce on the floor.
I was in the back of the car.
I assumed that Ostentatious was, like, in front and then everyone is in the back.
Right, yeah, because this is a gutter model.
Yeah. Anyway, Regalia will, like, okay, to take it. She's been, like, you guys would know, she's been noticeably quiet these past couple hours.
Right, yeah, he does the thing where he's just trying to, like help you off the edge of the car. Like, sets down, holds hand out for the other one.
My body is ready. She's like running at him. She's so excited.
What, does she jump on him?
No, but almost.
God, she just jumps and just
a
doesn't
near
use her
miss.
hands at all.
She,
A
like,
near miss. She
tries to fake him out, like,
runs into his hand.
Runs into his hand. She grabs his hand.
Grabs his hand like it was a precious treasure.
He lifts you up and turns and sets you down.
she reverse clotheslines herself on
Yes.
his hand.
That was a miraculous experience.
He like reaches up and like pat. He is oddly warm. Like, this dude is radiating heat. You can actually see like a little bit of heat mirage coming off him, especially the helmet.
Alright,
it's metal.
Regalia's gonna percept that actually. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, like he
we're
holds-
walking into.
Like, you grab his hand, he is warm.
Does he? And he has a mask on.
Alright, now that
Big
I'm
helmet.
now that I'm
Big helmet.
suspicious, I'm going to percept at him specifically at the handhold. But also just him in general. That's 15 in total.
Yeah, he is oddly warm. Like,
Okay.
through the glove he's wearing.
Does it look like some sort of arcanist nonsense? Is he like actually?
It feels like
Human?
he's been standing in the sun for like 8 days.
Okay. Can I like make can I sort of intuit any conclusion from this, or is it just, hey, this is a weird anomaly that I've never encountered
You can
before?
see through the thin visor. So, sorry. There's a metal helmet, visor, and there's a really thin horizontal slit in it. And you can see through that. There are human eyes behind that.
Okay. Does this guy remind me at all of the fella I fought back in Arc 5? Big, strongest.
Number 5?
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't at all?
He's not. 5 was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I assumed it wasn't the same person, but if there was any connection...
No, he's just real big.
Alright.
Also, like, he moves like a human.
Okay.
But, yeah. So he does that. He lifts Mary out, and then, like, he does the same thing for you, Spitfire.
Not today, Prince, and I just jump out.
There's a moment, and then he just retracts that. Beret in Shades, like, huh. Man, you have to be like, you're gonna hurt Albion's feelings. So, I guess,
He's standing around like he didn't hear that.
Right. So, I guess a little bit of introductions are in order since I'm gonna have to tow you guys around for the next, checks the other watch on the underside of his arm. 2 hours or something. I'm Crane, this is Albion. What are your names? Could I get a name for everyone?
Seriously? Like him I get, but we're kind of...
Be informal, man. Come on.
Okay, well, Regalia Strauss.
Regalia. You?
Mary.
Mary. You?
Marcus back.
Marcus. Great.
And I'm Ostentatious.
You see him, like, almost snapping, like... Yes, you are. Yeah, yes, you are.
Am I needed, or should I go do something else?
You should
And
do
you, like-
something else.
Albion, give me the sheet. And the big guy reaches in and, like, into a pocket and unfolds a paper, which looks comically small in his hands.
I also just want to put out there that since it's been so hot, Ostentatious has pulled out his parasol and is just holding that over himself.
Albion shows the paper to Crane, and he... Alright, so you're gonna report to the main room in 2 hours?
Rightio.
Great. So, until that time, could you make yourself busy somewhere that isn't here?
Here, how?
Within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Hey, looks like you need help moving boxes.
No, I don't.
Walks over.
I don't really. No, we're good here.
Okay. Points to another person. Hey, it looks like you need help moving boxes.
The fuck? Hey, who the fuck is this guy?
Because that's what the military does. They pick things up and they put them down.
God, that's actually a really true statement. Anyway. Yeah, Crane fishes around, it gets a toothpick out, and starts gnawing on it. Roll perception real quick. This is just a nothing roll, but I want everyone to...
Alright, here's Regalia. Regalia gets an 8. You stupid bitch. We got nothing from Mary, but it's an int skill, so it's a flat +1. We got a nat 1 from Mary.
Mary is staring at Albion.
And Beck has a D8. Christ. Alright. Beck has, letters,
Christ.
numbers, 24.
24.
That's super what?
As he opens his mouth to put the toothpick in, you can see he has a row of steel sharpened teeth on his right side, and you would recognize that you would recognize that as sort of a that is a Midwestern bandits thing, but more accurately, that is a Midwestern mercenary thing. There was sort of a trend in the 10s where nomad bruisers would get those done.
Cool.
Jackals.
I will keep that inside of my head.
And he starts gnawing on the toothpick and like, alright, so if everyone's good, we can head up now? No one needs a drink of water or something, you know?
Or is there...
Well,
Let's get this over with.
I'm out of change. Is there any alcoholic beverages for free?
so you just ask if there's alcohol for free?
Yes, I did.
Well, you need to wash that steak down.
I'm fucking sorry.
There was steak related betrayal in the past 5 hours.
He stares hard at
I
you.
would love to watch that steak down.
He looks at Mary.
What are you looking at me for?
Someone smells like warm. Which one of it is you?
It is him.
It's more than one of us, actually.
She points at Spitfire. It's him.
The real challenge is guess who it isn't.
Yep, I'm.
And then
full
she
of
starts
drugs.
walking towards the elevator or whatever.
Where outright is, he points to the griffin.
I'm sorry, we're leaving already?
No, we're getting topside.
You can't, there's not an elevator? Alright.
There's a fucking freight elevator. You want to ride up with one of the crew?
Big shrug.
Come on, just get the fucking griffin.
Alright.
And he starts walking past, and it is very obvious he's not doing well in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And he loads up into the griffin alongside Albion, and I'm assuming you all follow him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You load in, and it takes off. You rise into the air. This seems to be a decommissioned griffin, except for the fact that it is not surplus or old model. If anything, this appears to be in somewhat better condition than most military models. You would recognize this. The inside of this was, like, revarnished recently. There are even some, like, updated features on the newer models.
How much leeway do you have to talk about military equipment with a foreign stranger?
Yeah, he picks up a headset and puts it on and, like hands you one.
I'll put one as well.
Repeat that and...
How new are these Griffin models?
He leans back. You can see as you're rising into the air, this operation down below you goes on for about a mile. There's camps outside, there's a motor pool, there's a steady line of cargo vehicles coming in from the north. And there are a bunch of aircraft above you as well. There's like anti-air all over the place. This is a much larger project than it has any right to be. And Crane looks over and... let me think, shit, I think this is a Gen 4 or something.
What current gen are we at in military equipment?
You're still phasing out Gen 2s.
We're still phasing out. Okay, so
Honestly, that's
we're on Gen 3.
not that surprising given, like, military shit. That makes sense.
You're supposed to be on Gen 3, but you're still, like, getting rid of Gen 2s.
Gen 4.
You see the new T-16s?
These are toys I haven't seen before.
Yeah, you a military man? Yes, you got the scrubs on you.
I used to be newly.
Hey, if you had to pick a time to get out, now's the fucking time, huh?
Seems like it.
You rise above the height of the wall, and you can look down into the city. It has been built up. There's infrastructure on the ground level. They've actually started building on the other side of the mountain, or the other mountain.
Sure.
It is being super built up.
Can I roll something to sort of... can I roll a vibe check? I'm interested to see where the... what the sentiment is among, like, normal civilians here. If I've seen any...
You're really high above the ground right now.
I'm saying just in the time that I've been here, have I seen any civilians and have they seemed...
You've seen a bunch of workers. There's cargo people. There's a lot of cargo people. There's construction
It's
workers.
sort of
Are they all in
general...
uniform? Oh, sorry.
It's sort of general world knowledge, I imagine, to know if there even are civilians here in the first place. Is this like...
There are some people.
Are there?
Some people live here, but it's mostly business people.
All right,
People
well,
work here.
I guess just keep that in mind then. I'm looking out for that. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see if people are just being run out of their homes, or they're just coping really hard, or they're supporting this.
You haven't seen that yet. You've really only been on the outer edge.
Sure.
But you're pulling down to the airfield now,
Mm-hmm.
and you appear to have sort of a designated area that you land in. Crane hops off when you're a couple feet from the ground and starts moving immediately towards the sort of like barracks bunker. And Albion very shortly after follows him, just
Yeah.
and yet again turns around and sticks a hand out.
I think Regalia is getting antsy. I think she would have jumped out even before he had the chance.
Right. He's just watching you walk past, head still out.
Yeah, I just climb out without saying anything.
I'm so
He
ready.
turns to Mary.
You can always count on me, cause I always need help. She leaps down.
Do you just fucking monkey grab him?
Yeah.
It's like one of those like baby carriers in front.
She
You're
just
straddling
wraps
him.
all limbs just like around. She fucking face huggers him.
God.
Head grab, just.
Apropos of nothing, if Mary was a furry, she'd be a monkey.
Ugh. Why did that thought cross your mind?
I said apropos of nothing, which means you legally can't ask me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check?
Yes, you can.
Since
Please.
I'm so close to him now?
Please do all the perception checks you feel are necessary. Mary gets nothing except flat +1.
Right. Yep. 3.
Yay!
You're blind.
She's blind.
That's how many eyes the two of us have
Uh,
combined.
That's nothing.
You're wrapped around him and you're looking over his head, and the heat mirage from his helmet is kind of blinding
Scattering your brain.
because the sun is reflecting right off that metal. Also, he is really hot. It's like you just hugged a radiator.
Okay.
Do you let go?
I like how much you like to mention that this guy's really hot.
It is. He is unusually warm.
He's unusually hot, you guys. Guys, he's hot, guys.
Just not saying I have a thing for people in helmets,
But
but I'm not saying that.
Yeah, so she climbs off.
Yeah, you just like you remain perfectly still that whole time, and then once you get off, you just arm lower, turn around, start moving. And yeah, you're moving towards the barracks bunker. There are a lot of aircraft landing and taking off from here. There's a bunch of cargo being taken in through another elevator down on the other side of the wall. And there's also just a ton of griffins. And you would see a lot more people dressed in this sort of gray uniform. Just like long coat. Most people have the sleeves rolled up. Yeah, button coat, chest rig. And they all have the same insignia on the back of their coat, which is 2 heads that are sort of like chasing each other in a circle, and it's the head of a dog being chased and a fox chasing it. But you see all these people in this uniform.
Sorry, you said his name was Crane?
Crane.
Crane. Yeah, she leans over him. Yeah, so like not to spoil the ending or anything, but like, is my brother actually here? Are we gonna end up fighting each other in like 20 minutes?
Fighting? What the fuck are you... Why did you try to fight your brother?
No, I'm not saying. Well, I might fight him too, but I'm saying you. This generally how this goes is that we'll walk into a building, and then we'll have a conversation, and then we'll realize that you guys are actually the bad guys, and then we'll fight. I don't want to do that, but I assume that's what this is going to end up
How many
being.
times have you done this?
So many times.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
Hear me out. What if you didn't fight the guys?
That'd be good. That'd be great. Honestly, I'm kind of.
It's entirely up to you. I'd rather not. It fucking sucks out here. It's like 92 degrees. I hate it.
Yeah. So what were you told? Like, what was this entourage supposed to be to you?
Oh, you asking like what I'm doing here?
I assume you're not a tour guide.
Huh? Ah, no, I would, what do I call myself? Ah, bodyguard.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'd call it, yeah.
Okay.
So, head guy, if you want to call it that, maybe.
Head guy.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. You know, I get the things...
Are you
moving
the guy
around,
we go?
yeah?
Okay.
What? No, please. Yeah, you march onto the barracks, and Crane gives you a little more of a measured look as you're walking. It's kind of hard to tell. He's wearing these giant opaque shades that it's just impossible to see past, especially with how bright it is outside.
Sure.
But he leads you into the building. Spitfire, what has your reaction this whole time?
I've just been keeping an eye on being on alert as I walk through this, as I go in the Griffin, as I leave the Griffin, as I walk into the space. I'm mostly just keeping track on everything and taking Regalia's lead.
Yeah, you would notice there's a lot more mercenary types around you the closer you get to this building. There's a ton of them around here with all kinds of weaponry and such. But yeah, you are. Crane opens the door and like, there you go. To your point, I'd rather not fight. So if it came to that, do you think we could like talk this out?
I don't see any reason as to why we could not, but we'll have to walk in this room and find out.
Perfect.
Life is a blessing. And then I walk into the room.
Better than most of my assignments. And yeah, it's air conditioned in here, which is the first thing you would notice.
Let's go.
You enter, it looks just like a lobby. There's a desk with a couple secretaries. And Austin, restrain yourself. I know how hard it is for you to not punch the first secretary you see. But there's a couple of them. Yeah, it's air conditioned. There's like some potted plants. There's some elevator music playing. Crane walks up and like leans on the desk of one and starts talking to them. Albion is just sort of standing in your group. It's kind of weird that through recent events, Spitfire has been the tallest person in your group. It's a little weird now that there's this person who's just suddenly this like taller person. He has taken over the role of tall guy.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just has this grim look on his face where he just does not...
It's been kind of a bad day for him.
I think it's been a bad day for all of us.
It's been a bad couple of days, actually. The secretary looks up and is like, just sort of, I can take you over here?
Yeah, it follows.
I follow suit after Regalia.
Crane, who is at the other desk, like looks up and like, hold on, pushes back and... Alright, so, we're gonna need to, that's the, checks watch, checks the other watch, that is the 2 o'clock here. Secretary, like, looking through paperwork. A little bit of a change of pace, isn't it?
You have no idea.
I have some idea. I've been fucking listening.
God.
Oh, yes. Here you are. You head to Suite 2A. That is where you'll be. I'll be waiting for you in 15 minutes. Alright, thanks. That's great.
What a little bitch.
So, going to the elevator here?
So, bodyguard you said, right?
Yeah. That's what I'd call myself.
Mm-hmm. So, if I wouldn't actually, like, threaten physical harm to this person, how much are you willing to, just ignore?
You're questioning my pay grade?
I'm questioning whether or not I can storm in there right the fuck now.
Oh, you want to kick the door in?
Kinda.
Be my guest.
Alright.
He calls the elevator. And it's a little cramped with all of you in there. You see like the...
Yeah,
like
why is the big hot man following us?
Yeah, I think Crane actually like, there's a wait, you wanna take the next one? And he just sort of stares at all of you.
Looks down. Yeah.
And then he goes over and you see him open the door to the stairs and he kind of like whips it open and starts taking the stairs.
The fucking Hulk bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention it, but like, seriously, you fucking down a pack of that shit?
Oh, Spitfire! You really gotta get out of that. I mean, she looks around.
Spitfire?
Spitfire.
What is
Yep.
that?
I am just full of weed.
Sir, I apologize. He's just out of his mind, I promise.
I can hear it when you...
We are trying our best.
I can smell it when you talk.
I've become so desensitized to it.
Who said that? No.
It's
that guy.
not even... I don't even know. I don't even notice it.
Yep, my lungs are weed.
So you take one of those, like, car air fresheners out and, like, just sort of hold it up. You don't mind. It's not, like, nothing personal. I just... How fucking slow are these elevators? God damn.
Well, I mean, they can get temperamental. You know how they are.
As long as God wants us to wait.
Oh shit! Wait, you want to like he presses the button.
Oh, everyone goes, come on.
He presses the button and the doors open. Fuck! I forgot these are like manual elevators. Something about machine spirits. I don't fucking know. Yeah, everyone off.
Yeah, she Starts power walking forward.
Yeah, you're in a long hallway with meeting rooms. They're marked. Yeah, usually like 1A, 1B.
This is a weird question.
1C. Yeah.
Are there any like tables with vases?
Oh yeah, there's some paintings hung up on the wall.
She's just gonna grab a vase.
Potted plant. Oh, you grab a vase, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
You do that. Yeah, you eventually come to 2A.
Yep, she's not even gonna knock. She's just gonna open up.
Open the door. Yeah, you storm inside. Roll perception.
Do I see anything? I do not. I see. I got 6.
I percept as well.
You see 6. There's a figure at the end of the room.
Right.
Standing at the end of the table.
I know my brother's frame. Is it him?
It looks. You rolled a 6. There's a figure.
I mean, is he obscured?
This is your the second you kick in the door. You kick the door in, and you see someone at the end of the table. Do you act? They look close to his height and build.
No, I will wait to confirm that it is him.
Spitfire Mary, you also enter the room after Regalia. You just kicked the door in.
Oh, yeah.
You just walk in. There's just a secretary standing there, holding a clipboard. Just.
The secretary is the figure, or the secretary
Yes.
is an additional? Okay.
Would you mind? That's kind of a valuable vase.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Could you? All right.
She'll sit down on a table.
He'll be here in 10 minutes.
Incidentally, where is he coming from? What door?
She looks very confused. I'm sorry.
Where is?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
All right. She's just gonna walk to a door and just open it.
I'll back it out into the hallway.
Okay. Is there only one entrance?
This is like a hallway, and then there's a meeting room cell.
Okay, is the meeting room just? There's only one entrance.
Yeah, there's some windows.
I thought there would be multiple.
No.
It's fine. All right. Well, I guess we'll just sit here.
Can I get anything for any of you?
Beer.
All right.
Fucking caveman.
Do you have a preference?
Barely.
What's the grossest shit you got?
She looks
He likes
disgusted.
dirty and adulterated and nasty, slutty. beer.
Just get him a cask of the Bertels. That'll be good. Thanks.
I'd like to order one slutty 20.
Yeah, and get me a slider of Reichmann's. Could you toots? Thanks. And she's like, oh, that's all right. She turns and walks back into the hallway.
You don't deserve this. You should find employment somewhere else.
You wouldn't fucking believe how well this job pays.
I know.
Do you know what the fucking monthly on this shit is?
Somehow more than I received annually.
What is it? Did you get paid by your own family?
Yeah, fucked, isn't it? I'm on a fucking allowance.
Wish I got paid by my own family. I wouldn't have to fucking do this job. Do you want to find a seat or something? We're supposed to wait.
Crisscross applesauce on the floor.
Yeah, Regalia's just gonna look around, try and bide her time. She worked in a museum for a while. Or is there anything of
This is a wooden
value?
long table and chairs.
Is that it? There's no paintings in this room?
There are a
particularly,
couple.
or-
There are a couple nice
You
paintings.
could contemplate for 10 minutes.
There's some chandeliers above.
You want to ponder.
You know what? She's gonna go. I assume there are windows because
Yeah.
that would be,
Yeah, there are windows. There's a bunch of windows lining the wall.
She's just gonna look out, see what the view is.
It is a view of the interior of the city. You can see basically along the wall that rises up the mountain.
So hypothetically, in an emergency situation, if someone were to jump out of this window,
It is down the side of a building. You're about 3 stories up from a catwalk. You could technically get down from here.
all right. So it wouldn't kill me, but it might
You could-
cripple me.
Climb down this building?
Okay, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Albion eventually opens the door and
These 3 suspicious ass people just casing this room.
yeah. Crane has just been standing by the end of the room, just looking at all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Albion opens the door
I've
and
been just leaning against any furniture that could...
ducks in and closes the door. Oh, glad to see you made it. You made a fucking detour up there? Yeah, it's great. I love our conversations. You know who I really like working with? A man who knows his presence. Man, a very reserved man. Yeah, it's 10 minutes passes pretty slowly. There's a single like ceiling fan that's turning.
Foot tapping. Everything sucks except for the air conditioning.
Yeah, it's fucking great in here, isn't it? I stopped sweating. That's nice. What the fuck are those drinks?
Yeah, it's not gonna...
Eventually, they do actually arrive. She comes back with a tray and just a cardboard box and a couple of glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Sets that down on the table. I'm like, this is for you. I bought the Berthels and the Reichman here. She pushes for like a small bottle. Crane like wave. You want to get on that?
I don't have any. Normally off the steer. Okay, what is the alcohol?
It is a cardboard box
Is it cardboard?
with a spigot on it.
Cool.
Like those box wines?
It's a box wine
What's
box.
the glass? Is it like a wine glass or something?
No, it's just a tall, straight glass.
All right, I'm using that. This.
Thanks, doll. Hey, could you bring me the 13 case? Yeah, thanks, doll. All right.
So I stoopy. So you'll have to inform me. Alcohol makes you more sleepy, right?
Depends who you are.
It relaxes you.
Person by person.
Regalia is not gonna drink any.
It relaxes you, but it also basically it just lowers your inhibitions.
Yeah, it's not the state we're in right now.
So if you want to be less inhibited,
Yeah. Yeah. Regalia is just like on the table, just like.
and there's a knock.
We all turn.
No, I'm not supposed to fucking. Alright, fine. Yeah, Crane goes up and gets over and like opens the door. I'm like, oh, okay, sends you. Okay. And he opens the door and like he gives a like pedantic sort of like wave introduction.
Ta-da!
And a man walks in the door. It's not Richard.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man with, I would say, below shoulder length, completely straight black hair. He's got these giant, opaque, round shades. And he has just a big fucking top hat on. And he walks inside. He's got kind of nice clothes. I would say they're nice. Just very plain silk, like a vest and a shirt.
What's that one Muppet with the band? Dr. Tooth or something.
This guy looks like the keyboardist for Mr. Teeth and the Electric. Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
And the Electric Mayhem, I think.
Yes, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. No, it's Doctor. Yeah, there is Mr. It is. Oh no, it is Mr. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm so confused. Oh, is this guy?
Hold on.
No, the keyboard.
No, he's the saxophone player.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah, in the blue.
An audio medium.
Hold on, we're put out an image of the saxophone player from the Muppets band.
Bro, if you're listening to this and you can't type in, do it yourself.
So imagine if the guy with the top hat, that hat on the dude in the blue.
Does he have a
Who
golden
was
tooth?
the guy in the back?
The blue. Hold on. I've never seen
the blue
that guy
one.
before. Yeah. So that,
Uh-huh.
except with the top hat.
Okay.
Wow.
Glad to meet everybody. A lot of new faces in here. Oh, I take it I'm not who you were expecting.
No. I assume he's coming still after you.
He might be. He's a busy man these days.
Uh-huh.
Grain, Albion. You can leave. I'm good here. And he looks up and like, You see it? You serious? You just want me to... Yeah, we're good here, Crane. All right. Takes his booze and walks out.
I'm on my third glass now.
The box is almost empty.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big box. Where are you standing, sitting? How are you approaching this dude?
So I imagine it's the table. Like there's
Long
the door,
table, yeah.
table, windows. Regalia's walked back and it has grabbed the potted plant, seeing that the door is opened, but then just put it back down, saying it's not Richard.
Yeah, he extends a hand out to you. He has rings, he has 2 on one finger, a couple places, just rings all over.
And I wouldn't recognize this person, like, as a higher up in a family, I wouldn't recognize him on sight.
You recognize this person from the media.
Oh, no.
This is someone who has sort of been in and out of the public eye a couple times, more in relation to the Maxwell family. This is sort of like interfamily news. This is Dexter. This is Dexter Matthews. That's not his real name.
Sure.
And this is one of the more infamous arms dealers.
I see.
In the current world. This is a guy who's been in and out of the media for being related to some things and denying involvement to all of them. It's sort of an open secret that he supplies guns to anyone.
I remember you talking about the Maxwells before about this. Yeah,
yes, they are a huge arms manufacturer, and Dexter Matthews is someone who... He's basically just his own warlord. He supplies guns.
Yeah, Regalia will shake his hand. I think she has opinions on him similar to her opinions on Victor, which is, wow, I respect everything about you except your morals.
And he has openly denied that he has any involvement.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
And pretty much everyone was like, yeah, okay. But he's here now. Good to meet everybody here. I know who you are. That'd be kind of hard not to. And you, little lady.
He identified her as a girl. Unprecedented.
She's sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, so she gives him sort of a...
Yeah, like he actually like leans over and like extends a hand out.
Wow! Okay, she shakes his hand just a tad bit too enthusiastically.
He has like bangles and they sort of rattle.
Jingle, jingle.
Mary J. Swan, a big fan.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. And he straightens back up and like adjusts his vest and reaches over to Marcus. And who would you be?
I finish from my glass, emptying the box, and I don't offer my hand, but I just say, Marcus. That's about it. To what do we owe the pleasure today?
He like folds hand back up and...
Damn, he's just being like a little bitch today, huh?
His
life got kind of ruined.
Earned it.
Oh, come on!
We do that every week! Well, nice to meet you there, Marcus. My name is Dexter. And you would actually know, he's a pretty prominent figure in the media.
You know him.
You know of him.
Alright, okay.
Well, look at this little crowd of celebrities we got going here. I would assume you're all wondering what you're doing here, and especially what you're doing here with me, I would assume.
Yeah, we've sort of been tossed around recently. One game into another, it seems.
It is a wild world out there now, isn't it?
Sure.
You're out there at the center of it. Or, that's the least I've heard.
I guess.
Looking over at Marcus again.
He's just looking at me?
Yeah. Nothing to add?
There's a war going on.
Oh, well, there's always a war going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. You know, there hasn't been a time in recorded history where there hasn't been a war going on.
Okay.
we all just kind of stare at him like...
You're a little bit worn out, it looks.
You're not getting to the point.
Since you want to talk, I guess, do you happen to have a, what is the name of my flame spear?
There would be a sunlight lance.
Do you happen to have a sunlight lance for loaner and for future purchase?
Ballsy move.
I might see what I can scrounge up.
I don't have any income flow right now, but I would like to have that.
Oh, of course.
Well, we could just get down to business. And he roots around in a vest pouch and sets down 3 cards. These are sort of plastic cards with a metal strip along the center of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about income.
I should apologize. Dexter Matthews, was it?
Yes, that is my name.
You've caught me at a bad time, so my attitude is less than pleasant.
He pushes the card over towards you.
Alright, I take
That's
it.
understandable.
Fuck it.
The world's on fire. But that's no reason we can't... And, yeah, he grins. He's got... you know what? Roll perception for specifics.
Okay.
What?
Regalia. 11.
11. Spitfire rolls.
Spitfire. We got a 13.
And Mary.
The Schwanster.
God
with a
damn.
19.
With a 19. You would know this because you're among the shitheads. He has shell casing brass formed to each of his teeth. Like someone took shell casings, cut the bottom off, and basically made him a grill out of shell casing brass.
Freak ass.
Yes, so he's literally got bullet teeth. So you recognize that most obviously, but the other 2 of you also noticed that.
What are you selling, man? What is this?
I sell world peace.
All right.
And he flicks...
This is does she have something sharp on her?
Does she?
She has the vase.
No, she's not gonna break a vase.
Do you want to just have a knife on you? I wouldn't take that from you.
Regalia, well, number one, she's been disarmed.
Does she have a hideout knife?
It's fine. She doesn't need to. She takes some of the flowers out of the vase. Right here, I'm gonna do a little analogy here. Right, this is one flower. This is another flower. This is how much bullshit I'm willing to take. This is where we're at currently. Where if you can see here, there's not much space between these 2 flowers. And as you keep talking, and she moves the flower closer, you see where I'm getting with this. I want my people back. If you don't know what that means, get the fuck out of my way. If you do, where are they? And why haven't you shown me them 20 minutes ago?
Because there's an opportunity waiting for you.
Uh-huh.
He takes sort of like a gauging look around the room. I can tell this is not the most appropriate time.
Are you the person who sent the Strauss warden?
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
No, my business is purely benefactual with the Strauss head. And yeah, he stands, and he taps his hat, and makes sort of a hand sign at Albion. And he leaves, and Dexter turns to the door, and I'll let you sort out your personal business first, but keep me in mind.
Okay.
And yeah, he leaves, and you're alone.
Well, that was a conversation.
You have, now there are 3 cards on the table, and he flipped one over to Regalia and Spitfire.
Yeah.
Not me.
You're on the ground.
Oh,
There's a
I have to
3rd
crawl-
card.
I have to go- I
Yeah,
have to-
she'll
I gotta
pick
go
it up
crawl
and
over.
card throw it at you.
Trinkets.
It is a plastic card, so you thwack her with it.
I imagine that it's like a credit card of some sort.
Yes, it's a little bigger than a credit card.
Wow, he did sure just like so much hinting and no talking.
on the back side of the card it is basically just a plastic business card with a metal strip in it. It's his name and his business.
Yeah, these business types like a lot of foreplay without a lot of commitment. She tucks it also into her.
She tries tucking it in her boot pocket, but it falls right through.
No, dog. There's a shotgun in there.
What?
But also, that was a great Regalia line for so many reasons.